guaranteed a top 5 finish at the very least. This is a great day for them, but it can get better if they can get through Pugsy and Luna.
Man, game one, we're going to Apocalypse. We know what Experience does on the edge of Apocalypse. He's without a weapon so far. You got to know the blue team has to be feeling confident about that. Here comes the axe. You know he's looking to take him off the edge like the world is flat.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely the map that he has popped off the most in. You see Maid with that low coverage. Experience had the juggle. Oh, Pugsy!
Oh, the bottom side of that?
Touch? He did touch, though. Luna's going to get taken out. Experience with the side airs. Pugsy's in trouble. Experience hits the ground pound, and Experience and Maid with a big lead.
What a way to start out this game. That is a good way to do it. The last set that we saw from Experience and Maid also started out that way. Then it sort of fell away from them, but then they brought it back in the end, and that's why they're still here in the winner's side of the bracket. Experience getting back to the platform, still putting out damage, even on his way back after taking a hit while he's in orange.
Dude, Experience is playing out of his mind. Do not take Experience to Apocalypse because he'll go there and he'll pop off. Luna in the red on the second stock. D-Light in there. Luna is basically not getting to play this game.
And this is what can be really scary about a team like Experience and Maid. It's like Experience is definitely taking the forefront, doing a lot of the work here, making the flashy plays, but I bet at the end of the game, Maid's numbers aren't going to be terrible. It's not like Maid is a non-issue this game. If all the focus is on Experience, that lets Maid run around in the background and do the work that nobody sees.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Pugsy and Luna are 2v1ing Experience or anything like that. A nice dare will finally finish off that first stock, shutting him down. But at the same time, Maid's doing a really good job of covering, making sure that Experience can get away with it as the sidelight recovery puts Maid down to his final stock.
Don't sleep on Luna and Pugsy too much, though, as the game is actually evened up stock-wise and actually is in the favor of Experience and Maid, but only a little bit. We see Pugsy in the orange taking a little bit more damage than everyone else. Nice down air from Maid. Follow-up neutral light. That's going to turn Pugsy red. Lower defense legend immediately taken off the top. Experience getting that KO right when Pugsy hit red, right when you want to start looking for the KO.
Yeah, what a good charge up from Experience. Oh, but he's going to fall on the right side. Didn't get the wall touch. And now the blue team trying to get this stock off of Maid. They need this so they can get the 2v1. Luna on the right side with the edge guard. Can he get the Gimp? Experience waits long enough, gets the wall touch.
Maid was there to relieve that pressure. Beautiful follow-up. Again, Experience off of Maid for the KO. Again, a beautiful follow-up there as well. Well, I was still praising the first one.
Just some fantastic follow-ups coming out from this red team. Pugsy still has the opportunity, can get this 1v2 if he plays it right. Good dodges, gets past all of it in the sweat beads, and that will guarantee it. Yeah, the down air does it. Experience finishes off game number 1.
All right, never mind. Maid actually kind of has some really humble numbers. 324 damage, 0 KOs. That definitely was the Experience show.
But, okay. Humble, but still better than he did when he was getting taken out, right? He was still able to put out some damage, be present. And like you said, those follow-ups, what is the startup, right? How does he get those follow-ups? It's because Maid was setting it up.
Maid actually is acting like the Maid for Experience here. Really really serving that up. Experience rings the little bell. Maid hits a side light or a D light or anything, and Experience is there to finish that one. Nice and clean from the red team, going back to Apocalypse. Except Pugsy and Luna, they're the ones that are really in the Apocalypse. Maybe even the end times for them, at least here in the winner's side of the bracket, based on how Experience and Maid are playing.
Well, unfortunately for Pugsy, it's not quite 2012 just yet because there's still plenty more to go. But Experience going for the recovery. Burned a lot of movement there, but he hits the nair to chase dodge up.
He still picked up the nair and got back. Experience's ability to get back when there's no way that he should be able to get back is incredible. And see, there you're going to go. There he falls. Maid hasn't taken any damage yet, but I think his damage output probably also hasn't been that huge at this point either.
Hasn't really done a lot, but Luna did take a lot of damage there. Stuck on the right side. Luna with a nice punish. Pugsy with the save from deep to keep Luna alive. Pugsy's going to fall. Luna's going to fall. Maid untouched.
You think that was a save? Or just recovery back to the platform?
I mean, maybe a little of both. Porque no los dos.
Okay. I'll give Pugsy credit for that. I don't think it's too much of a far cry for Pugsy to pick up that save right there, at least attempt the save.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's a Far Cry 3 and not quite a Far Cry 6.
That's true, even though that one's the more topical one, but actually Far Cry 3 is probably more relevant when Pugsy was actually a killer on top of Brawlhalla.
Maid, though, does get launched there. Experience has got to be careful, taking a decent amount of damage here. Doesn't want to get taken out too quick. Luna does get back up safely again. Big threats coming out from this team, but Maid gets past. Nice ground pound from Luna. They were looking at Pugsy.
Oh, the ground pound that came out from Maid. Not sure if that was a misinput or he was hoping someone would get under him and he might get like the sort of diagonal send from the ground pound to send right over the corner. So that was an interesting choice that came out from Maid. This game might be starting to slip away a little bit from Maid in experience. Luna and Pugsy do have 4 stocks to their name. Struggling to get the KO onto Luna means he's just out there putting up damage. Even that neutral air not going to KO just yet. Pugsy might actually do him the favor.
Ooh, again, Pugsy with the saves. Pugsy doing such a good job saving him. Maid's going to fall. The Nair chase from Luna. D-Light dare, but Luna's not quite ready. Can he get this KO? Experience hits the side air. He's going to live.
Even though Experience got the KO there, I'm not sure if maybe Experience is feeling himself a little bit too much after that first game, because you see him going really hard off the edge, and even in the beginning, he kind of just ended up falling because he went too hard, got a little bit too reckless.
Yeah, I think that's what happened at the start of this one, but you've seen Experience start to kind of slow it down a little bit, not go too ham. Goes underneath, but Luna just has the Nair. Nice down air. Experience still gets the touch. Another down air. Luna target swaps. Maid with the save. Pugsy can't get back up. Everybody's on final stocks.
Nice down air into the neutral air. Maid picking up the pinball bounce. Not sure what that side signature was. Maybe hoping Luna would just completely fast fall. That was a big read, but we don't have Scar and Toph here for it.
Yeah, that one's over my head.
They have a YouTube show called The Reads.
Oh,
that's Scar and Toph.
Neat. Luna going to fall. Experience falls as well. Pugsy, the more experienced player on the field, going to have to 1v1 Maid, but we saw Maid with an amazing 1v1 in the previous set.
Doesn't get punished on that. Playing Koji, you're not going to get punished on those signatures, especially with where Pugsy was. He would either run into the signature or there was just too much space and Maid would come out of recovery frames in plenty of time. Maid definitely taking more damage here than Pugsy. Does have to be careful of that. That was a beautiful neutral air. Nice little backdash into that one as well. D-Light recovery, not going to be enough to take out just yet. One more probably will do it. I don't think a D-Light in-light would do it. There's an in-light. Didn't have the D-Light beforehand. Almost picked up the dare on the side.
Pugsy not finding any connections. Maid, one more Nair could be enough. The recovery will definitely do it. Maid with the 1v1.
Bro, we talked about the first game being the experience show. Maid heard that, was very offended, and wanted to make sure that never happens again. 4 KOs, 745 damage up on the board.
Some big plays coming out from this red team. Maid and Experience having a fantastic day for themselves.
You're seeing the damage numbers right in front of you there. 12-6 came out from Maid. Hit 8% of them, but I swear he didn't hardly get punished at all from them.
Look at Luna's damage taken, though. 710 damage taken. 625 from Pugsy as well. Blue team took a lot of damage.
The survivability was really good, and you compare that to the other side, 450 from Experience, 478 from Maid. That's actually not great. The 450, you spread that across the 3 stocks, average it out, that's 150 damage that Experience was dying at every single time. Zol is a tankier legend coming out here, so that's a little bit rough for Experience. Right when he turned red, he was done.
Yeah, some very efficient KOs coming out from the blue team, but the blue team also put out 153 damage on themselves, which is one of the reasons why they were getting taken out relatively quick, but some great follow-ups from Luna. Red team in the KO percent, the recovery not going to do it.
A lot of axes were on the field until Pugsy completely got disarmed. There were 3 going. Maid is the first one to fall. Luna, again, has the potential to take a lot of damage here. Still in the yellow in a great spot. Pugsy does lose that first stock. He wanted it. He was so close to getting it, too.
He was really hungry for that one. He was going for recovery after recovery. He went for the exhausted one as well. But Luna holds on, didn't panic, and he gets back to the stage. He's the only one still on his first stock.
Again, 3 axes on the field. A lot of axe sounds. Rolly bust down. Over on the left side, Pugsy's going to be the one busting down. Experience. Sent him really far down. Maid actually had to rotate over to the left side, relieve some of that pressure. Neutral light. Nice punish from Maid. Okay. Even better punish from Luna.
Great recovery, pickup experience, going to go down to his final stock here in game number 3. Pugsy and Luna have to win 3 games in a row if they want to earn that spot in the top 3. Experience going for the ground pound, doesn't find the hit.
He pulled out of it early enough that he could then find the side air right after, so he didn't commit too deep on it. Again, almost the instant ground pound. Nice downer to get the bounce off the wall. Pugsy does get the stock. It's trade 1-for-1, except Pugsy and Luna are in such a better spot. 4 stocks to 2.
Yeah, I said, oh no, because I was like, oh no, Luna lost his stock. And then I looked at the top right and realized that was his first stock loss here 2 minutes into the game. Meanwhile, everyone else is on their finals.
Maid doing his best to put out that damage. Nice little punish there onto Pugsy. He has the bow in hand. It just seems like, he wanted the recovery up really high. I don't think he would have taken out, but still would have gotten actually really close to getting the hit into the final blast zone.
Pugsy's getting chunked though. Red team really hunting him down. He's got to be careful. Not a lot of stage to run around in. Experience with a nice follow-up. Hits the side air. D-Sig not going to reach. Pugsy needs to live here.
So if there's any time for Experience to not die right when he turns red, it is right now.
This is a tense spot. If Pugsy falls, that could give the red team the opening to close this out 3-0. Pugsy on the left side. He's crazy for trying to play this out. He hits the recovery. Still not enough to finish off Experience.
You know,
nice
Experience and Maid want the dub
Hold
here.
the
Oh, that's going to take Maid out of this one. Experience has to fight the 1v2. Pugsy's in the red, could get the KO, but Luna's not going to let anything like that happen. They're fighting back in this one. You know Experience and Maid are sweating right now. They had it almost in the palm of their hands, but they know the comeback potential of Luna and Pugsy.
Yeah, they really hard-focused Pugsy, and Luna was in the backline getting some fantastic punishes, just like this one that you see on your screen where you hit that D-line to punish the missed weapon toss. Like, Luna getting free reign lets him put out that big damage. 599 put out on the board for Luna.
And that's so scary. When there's a Terros just running around in the background doing whatever he wants, like that's, oh no.
That's a big threat. Meanwhile, Experience, still a very scary opponent, right? Like, he was getting some big damage put out. He went for that big offstage gimp at the top of the map, and just the fact of the matter was Luna held on just enough to get back safely and not get KO'd by it.
We're back to the dome. Luna and Pugsy coming into this one, hoping they can force the Game 5 situation instead of getting 3-1 on the winner's side of the bracket. Experience already going over to the left side. Luna following him just a little bit, but completely disengaged. Wanted to put some pressure out onto Maid as Maid was chasing Pugsy around.
Ooh, Experience with a nice dodge read there. Caught Pugsy with that down air follow-up. Pugsy taking a lot of damage to start this one off. He's got to be careful. He knows he's the lowest defense legend on the screen.
Oh, Maid almost reaching up with that neutral signature. You see how high it can reach compared to those really high soft platforms on this one. Ground pound's going to send Pugsy flying. No. Nice follow-up from Experience. Felt very comfortable that deep, that far down on the left side, so he could get the follow-up to take out Pugsy, even though he didn't get the full straight spike. D-Light recovery, or sorry, D-Light neutral air, and Experience is still keeping it going.
Great follow-up from Experience. Pugsy chases high, almost gets taken out. Maid going for the turnaround. Pugsy sweating. Things getting nervous here. The neutral light not going to be enough. The weapon toss. Maid gets back up safely. Pugsy hits a recovery from below. Another one finally gets a stock off this red team.
There's a full team wipe for the blue team. Pugsy in the orange. He does have to be careful. You saw him going really deep on the right side. Really wanted to make a big play happen. He did get eventually the follow-up with, I believe, the unarmed recovery to take out off the top. Maid is going to get punished for that neutral signature, but it's just an in-light from Pugsy. You see Pugsy retreat to the wall, hoping someone's going to push into him. It didn't happen, so he went back onto the main platform. Now Experience is going to push into him. Experience is not afraid to fight that edgeguard situation.
Yeah, Experience wants this. He's played against Pugsy so many times here, and he gets the down air. Luna comes swinging, but Experience isn't that damaged. The weapon toss off the wall. That's Experience. It's the down air. Maid and Experience are 2 stocks away from guaranteeing a top 3 finish.
Experience is filthy on the edge. Absolutely disgusting.
He is doing so incredibly well today. Goes for the ground pound again. Pugsy gets away from it. Luna does find the KO on the Maid. Pugsy with the ground pound. Experience.
Oh, he still lived! He got the touch, saving his dodge until the last moment.
Pugsy!
If he gets the edge guard here, Experience is a legend.
Yo, Maid helping him out, hits the ground pound. Pugsy finally finishes off the stock, but look at Pugsy's health. He's got to extend for so long.
Like, Pugsy just has to disengage from experience. I think if he gets anywhere near experience, he needs to dip. Maybe leave Luna into the 1v1 against experience. They're completely stacked. So many whiffs coming out from both experience and Luna. The follow-up is going to get the full juggle up the top. Not quite yet. Neutral air experience takes out Pugsy. Weapon toss. That's going to be the dodge for Luna. He has plenty of time. Experience is more focused on a weapon spawn.
Side Sig, Luna gets the 1v1. Can he do it against experience, who's been popping off game after game? Stacked up.
They're so close to one another.
Oh, the side air experience and Maid are going to the winners final.
Dude, you are kidding me. Look at these numbers from experience. 6 KOs, 696 damage. Experience is going off today in the Autumn Championship.
This has got to be one of the best days of their lives. I don't know if they've got kids or anything, but like this has got to be one of the best days of their lives. They're going into the winners finals.
Experience is like 14.
What? I'm not making assumptions.
Man, I pray you don't have kids.
I'm not making assumptions, all right?
I pray you don't have kids. That would be crazy.
All I'm saying is bring up their PRs. Experience in the 30s, Maid in the 80s, and they're now...